Well, it's still getting messier and messier in the It Ends With Us feud between co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
At all. I said that having read through Blake Lively's complaint, that it was evident to me that she was likely under the influence when she filed her complaint.
It seems like Blake Lively's carefully crafted public image might be crumbling, and the internet is eating up every twist and turn of this shocking legal drama. If you thought Hollywood feuds couldn't get more chaotic, just wait until you hear this. The ongoing battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has turned into an all-out war of accusations, leaked footage, and text messages that are breaking the internet. And now, with Megyn Kelly jumping into the fray armed with lawyers and receipts, it's looking like Blake might be in over her head. Could this be the moment Hollywood's golden girl finally gets knocked off her pedestal? Let's dive into all the details because things are messier than ever.
You're not kidding when you say this is getting messier. The author of that book deleting her Instagram account, another who plays Baldoni's sister in the film, being harassed online.
So here's where it all starts to unravel. Blake Lively, a name synonymous with glamour, wit, and charm, has filed a lawsuit accusing her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni, of inappropriate behavior on set. She claims he crossed boundaries during filming, acted unprofessionally, and even orchestrated a campaign to destroy her reputation. Sounds serious, right? But Justin isn't taking these allegations lying down. In fact, he's hit back harder than anyone expected, filing his own lawsuits and releasing raw footage from the set that he says will prove Blake's claims are exaggerated or outright false. He's accusing one half of the team, and that's just the tip of the iceberg because Megyn Kelly has now joined the conversation, promising to expose every single lie Blake has allegedly told. If you think this sounds like the Hollywood version of a soap opera, you're absolutely right. Let's backtrack a little to how this all began. Fans first started noticing tension between Blake and Justin during the promotion of It Ends With Us. Justin, who also directed the film, was nowhere to be seen during press interviews, while Blake seemed to take full control, promoting the movie alongside other cast members. At first, people thought it was just creative differences. Blake wanted one thing, Justin wanted another, but rumors of behind-the-scenes drama started swirling. And then, in December of last year, Blake dropped the bombshell. She filed a legal complaint accusing Justin of harassment and unprofessional conduct. She painted a picture of a toxic workplace where she felt uncomfortable and unsafe. But here's where things get interesting. Justin and his team claimed this was a calculated move by Blake to shift blame and protect her own reputation. And now, thanks to leaked messages, insider accounts, and even unedited footage, they say they have proof.
They believe that it's a continuation of the smear campaign that Blake initially claims happened while they were promoting the film.
Let's talk about the footage because this is where the story takes a wild turn. Justin's team recently released a 10-minute video from the set of the film showing the two actors rehearsing a slow dance scene. Blake had alleged that during this scene, Justin acted inappropriately, leaning into her neck and making an unprofessional comment about how she smelled. But the video tells a different story, or at least that's what Justin's team claims. In the footage, you can hear Blake and Justin chatting casually, laughing, and discussing how to make the scene feel natural. At one point, Justin leans in and jokingly says, "Am I getting beard on you today?" Blake laughs and responds, "I'm probably getting spray tanned on you." Justin then says, "It smells good," to which Blake replies, "Well, it's not that, it's my body makeup." The video, according to Justin's lawyer, completely refutes Blake's claims of discomfort or inappropriate behavior, but Blake's team isn't buying it. They've doubled down, saying the footage actually supports her side of the story.
Is creepy Baldoni getting close to her, obviously making small chatter not in character so as not to make the scene, which didn't require dialogue, awkward.
But here's where things get even trickier. Sources close to the production have claimed that this was not the only time Blake and Justin clashed on set. Insiders allege that Blake had repeatedly pushed for creative control over key scenes, including the slow dance montage in question. According to one crew member, Blake requested several reshoots of the scene, claiming that the lighting and choreography weren't romantic enough. Some suggest that this back and forth over creative decisions may have fueled tensions, with Justin allegedly growing frustrated over Blake's insistence on micromanaging details. While this doesn't directly address the allegations of misconduct, it paints a clearer picture of the strained dynamic between the two stars during filming. Adding to the confusion, another insider has revealed that Blake had privately expressed concerns about the film's direction long before these allegations surfaced. According to this source, Blake reportedly felt that the movie's intimate scenes lacked emotional depth and wanted more input on how they were portrayed. This raises the question, was her discomfort during filming purely about Justin's alleged behavior, or was it also tied to deeper creative disagreements? While both sides are sticking to their respective narratives, these behind-the-scenes accounts suggest that the situation may have been far more complicated than it appears on the surface. And this is where things get even murkier. Blake's legal team has accused Justin of improvising physical intimacy during scenes without prior discussion or consent. They claim there was no intimacy coordinator on set, which is a standard practice in Hollywood for scenes involving close physical contact. But here's the kicker. Blake herself admitted in a prior interview that the production did hire intimacy coordinators. So which is it? And if there were coordinators on set, why wasn't their presence enough to prevent these alleged incidents?
One of the most significant allegations in Baldoni's lawsuit is that Lively sought to gain control over the editing process of the film.
Meanwhile, text messages between Blake and Justin have also come to light, adding yet another layer of complexity to this saga. In one exchange, Blake invites Justin to her trailer while she's pumping milk for her baby. While this might sound mundane, Justin's team is using it as an example of how Blake set the boundaries for their interactions. They argue that if she felt uncomfortable around him, why would she invite him over during such a private moment? Blake's team, of course, has a different interpretation, saying this doesn't excuse any of Justin's alleged behavior on set.
Literally, I'm just asking the question, like, how are women allowed to do this, to take something and to make it sound like you survived because that's what it sounded like to the public.
But the accusations don't stop there. Blake has also claimed that Justin's team showed her inappropriate material during production, specifically a video that she described as offensive and deeply unsettling. However, Justin's team has fired back, saying the video in question was actually a personal clip of a home birth shown as a reference for a birthing scene in the movie. They argue that the clip was shared in a professional context and was in no way meant to make Blake uncomfortable. This back and forth has left fans divided, with some questioning whether Blake is exaggerating her claims to gain sympathy. And let's not forget the lawsuits. Justin isn't just defending himself, he's on the offensive. He's filed a defamation suit against Blake, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and her publicist, accusing them of orchestrating a smear campaign against him. He's also suing the New York Times, claiming their coverage of Blake's allegations was biased and misleading. According to Justin's lawyer, the lawsuit will reveal untampered evidence that shows Blake and her team manipulated the narrative to make Justin look like the villain. On the flip side, Blake's legal team has accused Justin of launching his own campaign to discredit her, calling his lawsuits an attempt to silence her and shift the blame.
Right? So Baldoni says this was all an effort to hijack the film to get her way. Lively claims she was the victim of harassment in a hostile work environment. Not surprising.
But here's where things get really messy. Megyn Kelly, who has been outspoken about holding Hollywood elites accountable, has thrown her support behind Justin. She's purportedly working with his legal team to expose what she's calling a web of lies spun by Blake. Kelly has hinted that there's more evidence to come, including text messages and emails that will allegedly prove Blake's dishonesty. She's also drawn comparisons between Blake's actions and those of another infamous Hollywood figure, Amber Heard. According to Kelly, Blake is following the same playbook, painting herself as the victim while using her influence to manipulate public opinion. And if you remember how poorly things ended for Amber Heard, you'll understand why this comparison is so damning.
New video released by lawyers for actor Justin Baldoni showed unedited footage from the filming of It Ends With Us.
But is Blake really the villain here, or is she being unfairly targeted? That's the question dividing fans and fueling endless speculation online. Supporters of Blake argue that she's a strong woman standing up against a powerful man in Hollywood, a narrative that has played out time and time again in the industry. They point to her detailed allegations and say it's unlikely she would risk her career by making false claims. On the other hand, Justin's supporters believe he's the real victim, caught in the crossfire of a smear campaign designed to ruin his reputation. They argue that the evidence released so far, including the footage and text messages, shows a completely different side of the story. And then there's the matter of public perception. Blake's behavior during the promotion of It Ends With Us didn't exactly win her any fans. Clips of her interviews have gone viral for all the wrong reasons, with some accusing her of being dismissive and self-centered. In one now infamous moment, Blake was asked about her husband's support during filming, and instead of answering the question, she pivoted to promote her hair care line. Critics say this tone-deaf response is just one example of how Blake has alienated fans and colleagues alike.
Most of his career, he has been a major proponent of feminism, of healthy masculinity. How does it feel for him, though?
As the legal battle continues, it's clear that this story is far from over. Both sides are digging in their heels, and new evidence seems to emerge every week. But one thing is certain, this feud has captured the attention of Hollywood and the public alike, and it's shaping up to be one of the most explosive celebrity scandals in recent memory. So what do you think? Is Blake Lively a victim standing up for herself in a male-dominated industry? Or is she using the court of public opinion to settle a personal score? And will Justin Baldoni's strategy of releasing evidence to the public ultimately help or hurt his case? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this wild Hollywood saga. Stay tuned, because if this drama has taught us anything, it's that the truth always finds a way to come out.